Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Moseby's Makes. Did you catch me dancing there? Just jigging along to the theme tune. Can you believe we're back for episode 2? I can't believe it if I'm being honest with you, but thank you so much for the positivity you guys sent over. We did it as like a bit of fun, episode 1. Whacked it on my YouTube channel. I've had like another 200 people subscribe. I can't even believe that. I can't even believe that. And the other thing that I can't believe even more, 1.7k people watched the first episode. I literally can't believe that. It just goes to show people will watch anything. But no, I appreciate, thank you so much. And a lot of people said it was nice to see me having a go. That's it. I'm just a guy who likes to have a go. I'm not professing to be a craft expert. I just want to have a go with some of these collections that we've got and show you that, you know what? Have a bit of fun. It's achievable. I might be taking things a little bit too far in the second episode here where I am going to be pretty much crafting from scratch, but you know what? If it goes wrong, it'll go wrong with you, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Also, a massive thank you as well to those people who are saying like it's really kind of chivied them up just a little bit, and they've gone, well look, you know, if Ben can do it and if he can have a go and if he can have a laugh and a bit of fun whilst he's doing it, then we can all do that too. So that's what this show really is all about. And also, you know me, I'm always up for a bit of upskilling, so I feel like the more shows that I can do like this, the better I'm going to get. And then eventually, you know what? I am producer Nicola in my ear once again to saying I am en route to being the most upskilled person in the world ever. So what I thought I'd do today is have a bit of fun and a play with the layout collection, but not necessarily follow the sketch per se or use the items that we've got in the layout collection. Now, you're probably thinking, what is he doing now? He's definitely trying to run before he can walk here, isn't he? What's he doing? I like to craft dangerously. So you'll know if you've got the layout collection, of course, you've got all of your stamps and dies and papers in there, which you can use to create your own project. But what I thought I would do today is take one of the recipe cards that you're going to get. So I've actually gone for recipe card number 13, which is best wishes. So if you were to do it, as it were, on the card, it would come out looking like this, because you would use your dies, you would use the beautiful butterfly embossing folder that you've got on all of these papers which come with your project, and you would do it to the sizes of the details that you've got on the actual recipe itself with the 6 steps there. But I thought, actually, do you know what, I was going to do this, but then producer Nicola came in and she was like, what are you doing? You're playing it a bit safe, aren't you? Why don't you use the Cosmic Collection? Because we just had the Cosmic Collection on the show with Craig Craft Along. So she said, why don't you bring in elements of that to create your card? And it can be kind of along the same sort of lines of the sketch, but it'll be a little bit different. And this is what Craig always chats about, is like taking the sketch and changing it slightly. So I said, you know what, well, that's a good idea. But then I took it a little bit further and then decided to use pretty much all the elements from the Cosmic Collection to create a card which is going to look a little bit like this. Now, we're going to see how it goes over the course of the next 25 minutes or so. It could go very well, it could go very badly, but we will see. That's the plan, and that is what we intend to do here on Moseby's Makes. Got Vernon here as well for moral support. What's that? Don't muck it up. Oh, thanks very much. That's kind, isn't it? It's not very nice, is it? I'd get you on the show, and that's all you can say. I'll pop you there. Right. Also, just to say, if you're watching this for the first time, thank you so much. Feel free to like and subscribe. A lot of people told me, I didn't realise it was a thing, that they got a notification bell or something which tells you when new videos go live. So you can press the bell and get notifications. If you already pressed the bell, you already know that because you've been notified about this video and you're watching it now. So that's how it works. So this is what we're going to attempt to do, but we're going to do it slightly differently. Okay, so I've got actually a 5x7 card blank I'm going to bring in a second, but we're going to use the cardstock from the Cosmic Collection. I'm also going to use, and again, I've got to thank producer Nicola here for her help and guidance, because we had a little bit of a look through this before the show. I'm going to use the ombre glitter cardstock because I love it. I love it. So we're using some of that. We're also going to bring in elements of the pearl pad as well, okay? So all of the colours here are going to work absolutely beautifully together. Then what I'm going to do, instead of the triangular bunting here, I'm going to create some star bunting. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, yes. And then, and instead of using the embossing folder to emboss butterflies on my cardstock, I'm going to emboss cosmic constellations. So that's how it's going to work. I've also got one of the sentiments from the Cosmic collection as well. There's quite a few of those there. I'm going to use Reach for the Stars. I think actually the only element that I'm using from the layout collection is just that one die there, which is that tag. I'm obviously using the instructions as well, but it goes to show, there you go, I'm using this little tag, but it goes to show that theoretically when it gets into it, you can obviously bring in your papers and collections to create something completely different, but same but different. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Are we ready, everybody? Are you ready, producer Nicola? Okay. Oh, now you're putting like, you know, real kind of pressure on, because producer Johnny has now just walked into the gallery. So what we're going to do, if I can find it, that's a good start, isn't it? I've already lost my, it's like Craig earlier, here it is, here it is. I've done a card blank straight up, okay, so we're going to kind of follow the sketch, but we're not going to follow the measurements per se. So I've got a 5x7 card blank, all right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to create our little mats and layers here. So it basically says, take your card and then you're going to do your 1/4 of an inch down on your black cardstock, and then again you're going to cut that down by 1/4 of an inch either sides on your cardstock that you're going to use for the kind of background. So as I've said, I've got my black cardstock there. I've got me card. I mean, which of this bit are we going to use, Nicola? Over here, are we thinking potentially? Where all the colours are, that's what we'll go for. There's that producer Nicola's like, yeah, that's what we'll go for, because that's what we've planned. I don't remember any of this in the meeting that we had previously. So 5x7 was the size of my card. So the black cardstock, which I'm going to use, is going to be 6 3/4, isn't it? That's correct. Look at me with me maths. This is where I should have put my glasses on, really. But do you know what? Always crafting dangerously. Hang on, 5x7, so it's 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. Is that right? Yeah. Thanks, Nicola. Thanks for the just lining that up there. Oh, pardon me. Right, sorry. My goodness me, I really should have brought my glasses. I think. Is that going to be... Where's my card gone now? Right, that's the first bit done. This is chaos. Where's my card blank gone? Oh, there it is. It's fine. It's all fine. Yes, here we go. Look. So, perfect. I think you'll agree. Maybe like a little bit wonky, but we love a little bit of wonkiness. So that's 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. So now, 4.5... 4.5, I want to do it this way, don't I? 4.5. This should be a little bit easier now because you can see the little line a bit better. 4.5. Oh, I've cut off the bit I wanted. by 5.5, did you say? Oh, no, actually, no, this is nice. Is that going to be right? Oh, that's not right, is it? Oh, it's that bit. It's that bit. It's this bit. It's fine. It's me waist bit. This is the bit I wanted anyway. It's worked out right. Yes! I didn't want that bit. Who wanted that bit? Not me. I didn't want that. That's worked out perfectly. Oh, do I actually prefer that side? That is mean and look at this. That is mean and moody, that side, isn't it? But I think we want a bit more colour, don't we? No, we're not mean and moody. We are I'm laughing at myself here. We are fun. I think that's pretty good, right? For me mats and layers. So I'm going to pop that to one side for a second. I think we're done with you for now. Thank goodness. Didn't even sign any forms to use that. So now we'll bring back in our little recipe card here. So we've got our mats and layers. I'll stick those together in just a second. So now it's saying cut a 6 by 1 1/4 strip of white cardstock and emboss it with the butterflies embossing folder. So I've already done that in these slightly different colours here. So that's going to be me background layer, which is that one layer. I'm not, do you know what? I'm going to kind of change it just a little bit, and I'm not going to bother coming in with the dyes to kind of create that torn effect. Do you know why? Because they're over the other side of the studio, and I can't be bothered to go over there and get them. so I'm going to, is that still going to work? That, I think it is, isn't it? Let me just have a look here. If I just layer all this up. It's always good to kind of check before you stick. It's tough if it doesn't, because I haven't got, I haven't got any other. Oh, that'll be all right, won't it? Will that work? Do you think? Does it? Does it? I don't sound very confident, but I think it does. Does it? You like it? That's the main thing. If producer Nicola likes it, that's the main thing. So we're going to emboss this bit of cardstock here. As I found out a little bit earlier on, doesn't quite fit in the folder. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss this bit just here, and then I'm going to turn it around in a second and stick the other end in. I am using my Gemini MIDI. As you'll know, I love the MIDI because it is the simplicity without the electricity. Ah, yes, and then, sorry, then I've just found my little shim. So if you're using a 2D embossing folder, which this one is, you're going to use your shim. So we're going to whack that one through. Doesn't matter whether you go top or bottom. Oh, actually, that feels like it needs, has that embossed? Oh, it has! It didn't feel like it had embossed. Okay, can you see that? If I just hold that embossed there, you've got, oh yeah, you can. There you can. So you can see that sort of constellation design there. What I'm going to do here, which is a little bit strange, but it's fine, because I want that bit embossed there as well. So I'm just wondering whether or not, if I can, I'm not quite, well, hey, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's run that through. Needs a bit of WD-40, this one. Let's just have a look. Yes! He's only gone and smashed it. Look at that. You wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't even know. That is incredible. So you're getting that, and we're going to layer that over the top of here, like so. So that's our little border bit. Doing well so far, right? This is out of this world. So next up, so I stick it together now. I think I'm going to stick it together because we're going to come on to this bit in a minute, step 4. So step 4 is where we were going to die cut the 4 triangles from the coloured cardstock and emboss them with the floral embossing folder. However, so I won't be able to emboss mine. That's the only thing, because I'm going to do it with stars. But that's fine. We don't worry too much about that. And I think we measured it earlier on. Rather than getting the 4 bits of bunting on there, I think mine's going to end up just with like 3 little stars. But we'll find out and see what fits in just a second. And I'm going to use my ombre cardstock. So let's glue. Oh, hello. Just give that a little bit of a wind on. There we go. How do we think we're doing, Nicola, so far? Do we? Is this as good as episode 1? We may have peaked. However, I am doing this from scratch. So there's me first matte layer. I'm just still not convinced. I'm wondering whether I'm wondering if that looks better. Huh? That does look better, doesn't it? I think I'm going to do that, because that just doesn't quite work for me. Nicola, you have the casting vote, because you kind of are in charge here and are the brains behind Moseby's make. So we're going with that, aren't we? We're going with that. I quite like this as well, actually. And then that will, yeah, we're doing it. Decision made. Decision made. Is producer Johnny still in there, is he? He's just come back in. Is he, do you know what? Producer Johnny's coming to the gallery, because this is what happens, you see, is people laugh. And they're, oh, well, you can do what? Moseby's makes? Get out of town. And now people have heard 200 subscribers extra, yeah? 1.7k views. Now they all want in. Producer Nicola, just remember, you were always here. Producer Nicola was here from the start. What is Johnny saying in the background? Every single day what? I can't do one every day. I've got another job to do. What's he on about? He's saying it's that popular, he wants me to do one a day from now on. Hey, let us know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. How many of these do you want to see? Can I just say, by the way, come on. Measured to perfection, matted and layered to perfection, Craigle Bagel would be very, very... Johnny, I did this on my own. Producer Johnny didn't believe it. You'd have to go back and watch the whole thing. I might just cut a little slither off the side of that because it's slightly... The funny thing is, producer Nicholas is going, if you do watch it back, you'll see he made a big mistake at the start. What I wanted for my mat and layer, Johnny, actually turned out to be the wrong little bit, and I ended up using the waste for my mat and layer, but happy accidents and all that. I'm going to cut a little bit more off there. Hey? Well, it was our first official mistake, and as I say, this time around, I am crafting from... That'll do. That'll do. I am crafting from scratch this time as well, so come on. So I'm sticking... Oh, now that's too long. Do you know what's going to happen? I'm going to keep going. Back to the next one. It'll be like, that's too long. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to use the other bit here just to measure it. I tell you what. So it's just that tiny little slither there, isn't it? How long have I got left, Nicola? Oh, I'm good. I'm actually padding for time a little bit here. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. That would do. Would that now fit in the embossing folder? It'd still be too long, Nicola. It'd still be too long. Right, so I'm going to stick those down on my card. So this is all good. By the way, what I will do as well this time, and it's all like a learning curve. Last time I didn't do it. I'm going to stick a link to the Cosmic collection and also the Layout collection in the comments. So if you do decide that you want to buy, you can. Can you believe this as well? Actually, last time in the comments, I saw at least 2 people go, well, do you know what? I've seen this demo before, didn't get it, and now I've seen you doing it, I'm buying it. So, was it 3 people, Nicola, was it? I'm doing myself a disservice. It was 3 people, apparently, so that's good. So if you let me know, do the same, because I am on commission for this. You think I'm doing it for free? I'm only joking. Or am I? Oh, no, that's gone wonky now. Oh, no. Oh, it's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. It's good. Right, next up. Die cut 4 triangles from the coloured cardstock and emboss them with the floral embossing folder. But I am not embossing them. I'm using my ombre glitter cardstock, which is here. Oh, I'm kind of thinking though now, actually. Use the blue. Which stars do we think we want to go for here? As I say, if I use the big one, I'm not going to be able to... Or shall I cut lots of little ones to put in a little constellation up there like that? That's what I'm going to do. Don't wait for Johnny's opinion. He doesn't know. I'll cut a bit of that out, look. What's he saying now? I tell you what, on a this might take a while. On a future edition of Moseby's Makes, we could start getting some guests on potentially. We'll see. Were you up for that, Johnny? He says, yeah. Jake would be a good one. We could all like newbies craft together, couldn't we? Oh yeah, that's going to look awesome. Right, I need to cut a few more of these. Okay, and pop that down there. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments if there's anyone particular, like not an expert. We can't have an expert though, can we? It's got to be sort of beginnery people, so we can all do beginnery stuff together. So I think Johnny's a prime candidate. Jake, who else could we get on? Liam, but Liam's like next level crafter, isn't he? That's the thing. Maybe you could come on and teach me, potentially. I'm loving these stars, by the way. I'm loving these stars. I might actually... You can't see now, can you? But look, they look amazing, look. And I pop them up there, maybe like that. Another 2? We'll do another 2. Where's my die gone now? There it is. Oh, dropped it on the floor. Dear, oh dear. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one down like so. I've only got 10 minutes left. Yikes, this show has absolutely flown over. That's the other thing, you know what, eventually, I'm out of shot now, eventually, we might need an hour with this. There's 3, 4, one more. There we go. I was planning to do some little crafty jokes in this show, but I've been so concentrated on getting the project done. Like, what do you do if you see a spaceman? Parking it, man. Oi, oi, oi. Parking it, man. Right, so let's have a look here now. So I've got, do we think that's enough stars? So I'm going to pop those up. Yeah, I'm going to do my sentiment. Oh, actually, yeah, so that comes down a little bit. I wonder if I put the sentiment across there, actually. Maybe, change it up even more. Pop those up there, maybe. Do you think, or do you think a little cluster? What do we reckon? A little cluster of stars in the corner, and then my sentiment is on a tag. What, a little cluster? Should I cut a few more then? I'm running out of time. 5, and 5 is a good number because they always say to craft with odd numbers, don't they? So then what I'm going to do is just cut my tag out because I've got a sentiment. Reach for the stars. This is so much harder doing it from scratch, I tell you what. So we'll do that one. No, I know, I wanted to push myself in the second show, Nicola. That's what I wanted to do, you see. So get this one back in. We'll pop that one. I kind of feel blindfolded. It's bad enough doing it when I can see Johnny. So we'll do that one, right? And then that's where we're going to stamp our little sentiment. What do we reckon for the other colour tag to go underneath it? So if I... Oh, yes, Nicola, that's why you're paid the big bucks. And I'll go, yes, ombre glitter is a great shout. So I'll use a bit here, like that. Here, got a proper Devonshire there for a second. What a mess I'm making here. I tell you what. And then I'll pop that there like so. Get that in again. And then whack that through. Go on. I'm no Craig, am I, when it comes to the MIDI? I tell you what, that boy is fast on the old mini MIDI. Need to start doing arms at the gym. So actually, I'm wondering, I'm changing this as I go now. I'm just looking at the layout of this. Look, come with me, come with me. So I'm wondering whether or not we sort of pop that over there, like that, and then maybe a little, maybe we go the stars across the wonky centre bit. What do you reckon? Do you think? Across there, 5 stars to the project. What I will do very quickly, I do want to stamp onto that. So I have got my Reach for the Stars, just on my little 4x4 stamping platform. Alcohol-proof die, so the Noir Black. There you go. So I'll give that a little tippy-tappy tip. Get that all inked up. I tell you what though, dear viewer, you've got to be impressed. Like, look where I am by show 2. Like, look what I'm doing. No, I'm not talking about the stamping, but I'm talking about all the different types of crafting I've done. And I know it's not live. I mean, it's live for me now because I'm doing it live. It's not edited. There is no smoke and mirrors here. I really am this bad. Oh, right, so I would line that up on there. Oh, actually, I might do that on a little bit of a jaunty angle, like that. Here we go. Okay, let's give that a little bit of a push down. Hey! Come on! I got far too excited there. Oh, you've heard it here first. Look at this, I've got a sweat on. Producer Johnny has just green-lighted the 3rd episode of Moseby's Makes. And in case you missed it, you're impressed now, aren't you? You were taking the mickey at the start of the show, but now, yeah, now, So I've got 5 minutes left, I've just been told. So basically, use the 3D foam pads to attach the triangles from step 4 to the front of the card. Am I going to do that? I think these are quite big ones, and I don't know if I've got enough time. Or maybe I have, to cut these into tiny little strips. I think I'm going to glue them, because I am running out of time just a little bit. I'm going to glue those down onto the front of my card. It's fine, it's all good. Yeah, what you've got to understand is I've just come off the back of a show with Craig and just grabbed a load of stuff and thrown this show together, as you can probably tell. So I don't have everything to hand, but you know what, it's fine. I'll just use as I go. That's a bit wonky, but we'll not worry about that too much. No, now is the time to get it finished, isn't it? So if we pop that one in the centre, like so. I've got 4 minutes. It's fine. We're all good. We are all good. It's like a race against time. Please keep commenting, though. I'd love to see what you guys think. Suggest potentially. I did see someone say earlier they'd like to see me. I mean, goodness sake, do some mixed media projects. Oh, I do. Yeah, I want to do an inky background. There's that. Oh no, that's stuck to the mat. Oh, never. No, it's fine. What was that card that we did? Oh, it was up there. It had a beautiful, like, inky... Was that during the Valentine's show that we did? I can't remember. Oh, Spring Fairy it might have been. Yeah, I'm up for doing something like that, like creating like an inky background and then getting, you know, like yeah, that is mixed media. You know, but you know, like, so creating an inky background and then getting one of like the large outline floral dies and sticking that on a card. I'm well up for doing that. I tell you what, I'm going to stick this down and then I'm going to raise that one, I think, with foam pads. Oh, that is really wonky, but never mind. We're fine. We're fine. Am I going to give this to Laura for Valentine's Day? I'm not really feeling the Valentine's vibe with this one, if I'm being honest. What do you think Laura would think if I gave this to her for Valentine's? I don't think it should be overly... Which way should I put that? I don't think she should be overly pleased with that, would she? Or would she? What would you guys think if you got this for Valentine's? 5-star husband? Oh, okay, I'll take that. And pop that one. Should we do it like that? I think we should pop that like that. Hey! Hey! Have I done everything there it said to do? I think I have. Look, turn that round, show it to the front. Look. There, look at that. I tell you what, fairly simple, a little bit wonky, but come on. Come on. That is absolutely fan-blooming-tastic. And I made that from scratch. Look at the stars. I just go, maybe I will give that to Laura for Valentine's. I think she absolutely would. That was the layout collection mixed in with your cosmic collection. So if you decide that you want to go for either of those, you can. I will pop the details in the bottom of the comments for you, or in the description, so you can see all of the details there. And feel free. We've had a bit of fun today. I've really enjoyed that. The half hour has absolutely flown over. I think my other mate's over here, actually. Now, obviously, maybe I should do my own little gallery. You can go back and watch episode 1. Episode 1, as you can probably tell, I had a bit of help with. But you know what? As we go along, I think, you know what, we're going to find that these projects are probably going to get worse and worse. That was a strong start, wasn't it? To be fair, that was a strong start. We peaked after episode 1, but we've had the green light for episode 3. So episode 3, we'll do some mixed media. Yeah, is that what we're going to do? Create an inky background and stick a die cut. Let's do it on Wednesday when Sheena's here. Let's wait till after Sheena's gone, and we'll do it another time. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget, you can catch loads of crafty content over on Craig's channel as well. I know Debbie does all of her crafty stuff too, so if you ever want to find more when it comes to crafty content, it's just our names, basically, with CC after. So that's right across Facebook, that is across Instagram, that is also across YouTube, and for some, like Craig, over on TikTok as well. But thanks, everybody. That was Moseby's Makes episode 2. We're green-lighted for episode 3. So we will be back. When? Who knows? But you can catch it here on my channel. Bye! Yes!